So just this past week, we celebrated our 1-year anniversary of the Coast Bike Share branding. We debuted it via Mayor Buckhorn's Wheelie in Curtis Hickson Park on January 21st last year. So we're very, very excited about that. And now we've got bikes all across the city to celebrate. So over the past week or so, you've probably noticed that we've greatly increased the fleet. There's significantly more blue all across the city. So we've scaled the fleet up from 100 bikes to the full 300 bikes across our 30 locations. So at a month in, with Coast being publicly launched, we saw 1,100 members, 3,200 trips, and 6,200 miles driven. We're now well in excess of 1,500 members and over 8,000 miles on the road. So things have been greatly accepted here in the city, and we're happy to say that. We're also very surprised by the number of people that are utilizing the out-of-hub lock feature. With the lock built into the bike, users for a small fee are able to lock anywhere, and we've seen about a quarter of the trips either start or stop outside of a hub, which is great to demonstrate the flexibility of the system. Over the holidays, we saw the ridership about 50-50 between locals and tourists, and that's going to change depending on the season. Obviously, being in Florida, we don't have any snow on the ground, so we're happy to have all those visitors into town riding the bikes, but we have seen a pretty even mix across the board of locals and visitors using the bikes. So the busiest hub at our 1 month point was Hyde Park Village. We think a lot of that is due to the fact that there's not a lot of competition of hubs around there, but really just that people live in and around that area. So that's been a great success there. But we're really surprised that people are using the system to ride well beyond the boundaries of our infrastructure, be it a picnic up at Riverside Heights or just taking a stroll all the way down to Ballast Point Park. Again, emphasizing the flexibility of our system. So the bike's been holding up phenomenally. 6 weeks in, we'd only had 2 flat tires, and that's 6,200 miles in. So that's great for our maintenance fleet, and just again shows the durability of the bikes. So in 6 months, we see these 300 bikes being well used all across the city. We're looking to expand a little more into residential areas, as well as densify the urban core a little bit. We're also going to be exploring better and more widely used locations for stations. So you'll probably start to see some hubs shift around here in the coming weeks and months. So a vast majority of users, upwards of 70% of users, are actually engaging with the system via their mobile phone. Some of that is via our website, coastbikeshare.com, and some of that is via the app that we use for the system, which is Social Bicycles. Is really happy to note that the app is constantly being updated. So users that may have jumped on the bikes at launch will have a completely new experience today, and even more so down the line as we continue to update the technology.